decided as a family that this was our once-in-a-lifetime chance to make it to the farthest throes of the UK mainland. We planned a journey on the North Coast 500 that took us from Leicester all the way past Wick and up to John o' Groats, the village which is the infamous reference of walking the length of the United Kingdom, Land's End in Cornwall to John o' Groats in Scotland. But in fact, it doesn't take you all the way to the most northern tip of the country. It is so far north that you can see the grey ghosts of the Orkney Islands rising out of the North Sea. The islands are known to have been inhabited for nearly 9,000 years, which really demonstrates the ancient history of this iconic coastline. The first thing that Alex said when he came into John o' Groats. There's a pub. If you're on a road trip of the North Coast 500, John o' Groats has the expected tourist souvenirs at inflated prices, but it also has a pub, a distillery, a fresh fish stall and a visitor centre. When we arrived, it was slightly off-peak but still extremely busy. I imagine in the summer it would be hellish with the coach tours. I would recommend making a short pit stop here to take the iconic photos and walk to the end of the harbour, but in my opinion, I wouldn't make a whole day of it. You wanted to go down the slipway when we were at Leathern yesterday. The true northernmost tip of the mainland is the dramatic cliffs of the nature reserve at Dunnet Head. The land in this part of Caithness is more or less flat, and you could see for miles across the fields. The most surreal part was driving across the brown moorland with its patchwork of ponds and ditches reflecting the cloudy blue sky. Don't be caught out. There are no toilet facilities at Dunnet Head, and the lighthouse isn't open to the public. However, there is a viewing outpost for the cliffs and a stone marker to prove your location. Sadly, on the day we went, we didn't see any birds or seals, but it still was a spectacular sight. To put this area into context, we are closer to the Faroe Islands than we are to Cumbernauld. And for Mum and Dad, they are actually the same distance from the coast of Iceland as they are to their home in Kent. Next, we drove back down to the main road to explore the local beach, which we had been told on good authority was an unmissable feature, as it was very different to the rocky coastline we had experienced so far. We could not have prepared for what we encountered. Remember, this is supposed to be late September in the far north of Scotland. It should be wet, windy and grey. As you'll see, we couldn't find the popular parking spot and ended up in a nature reserve in the sand dunes, which we definitely want to go back and explore another time.
Right, Bertie, let's go find Gran and Grandad. This is third time lucky because the map doesn't give a main car park. I don't know where anyone is. No problems. We're nearly at the sea. Where's Copper? Where's Cop? It's your brother! Massive. Let's see if it's still alive. Oh, look, Bertie. Empty! Clamshell! Clamshell! There's another one. Oh, let's pick them up. Yes. 2 big clamshells. There's your bro. This is your most favourite beach. Wow, look at all these birds. We're on Dunnet Bay beach at the moment and we didn't even realise that there was all this petrified wood. Goes right the way along over there, and then all the way down that way.